So I've worked out that I think I've known you for about 22 or 23 years, and hands down, you are one of the most creative people that I know. And I would love to know a bit more about the stuff that you make.
So I do quite a lot of things when I'm in the right mood to. So I do sketchbooks. I do paintings. I don't do paintings as much as I used to because lack of space, no studio. I currently seem to be doing a lot of fascinators and stuff, and I've just recently done the Brooklyn Sketchbook Library project for this round of it. So it's a giant library of sketchbooks that they keep as a permanent library, as a permanent archive that tours, and you can put in whatever you want into the sketchbook.
Do they send you a standard sketchbook?
You buy the sketchbook.
Okay.
And you can buy it as a sketchbook on its own, or you can buy it as a digitised version in addition to the sketchbook. So you basically have up to 32 pages that you can fill in. You can alter the sketchbook slightly, so you can change the pages, and you can
So they've got
use
some
certain
limits.
mediums. There are limits on what mediums you can use. You can't
Nothing
use
organic
acrylics.
that might rot.
Yeah, and some acrylic paints you can't use. Anything that might make the pages stick together, because the books tour as well. So they get 3 tours.
How many books are there, do you know?
I have not got a clue.
So you've just had one accepted.
Yeah.
Can you do more than one?
I think you can if you pay the money.
Oh, okay. So
that
was exciting.
It's a partly paid bit. It's not done by like a portfolio assessment like RCA Secret is.
Tell me a bit about RCA
So
Secret.
RCA Secret, I've been involved with.
So that's Royal College of Art.
It is the Royal College of Art secret postcard auction. So they once a year normally they do a postcard auction which raises funds for their student bursaries. So it involves famous and non-famous artists. I got involved because it's another one that I knew about but didn't know how to get into. And I found an ad in Artist News magazine a long time ago.
The cool thing is that, because it's RCA Secret, the postcards are all displayed without knowing who has done them.
You don't know.
And it's a set price per postcard, isn't it?
They do change it up each year. I think it depends on how much they're trying to raise. So normally it's about £45 per postcard.
And you might get an Angela Lamb special.
You could get a me, you could get a Grayson Perry, or you could get a Nick Park.
Have you ever bought a postcard there?
No, I haven't, because
I'm tempted
I've wanted
every year.
to, but you have to queue.
Yes.
It's first come, first served, unless you win their raffle. But it raises money for their student bursaries, but it potentially gives non-famous artists and famous artists the chance to get press coverage, and you might get.
I thought it was a Grayson Perry, but it was an Angela Lamb,
you might,
and I prefer that one.
I have had that actually. I have had a few people contact me off the back of it, not to do
Wow.
work, but I've had a few people that contact me to say that they got really excited that they got the piece that they wanted. That happened to be my piece.
Because more than one person might want your postcard.
Yeah, but
that's really cool.
it's not like a bidding auction. You literally can only pick, I think it's up to 6 postcards if you're a buyer.
I think it's full now, so I don't know if they take new artists?
They do. I think they sometimes have a secondary day of auctioning. Mm-hmm. So they get over 2,000 postcards every year.
So in terms of your art forms, you said that you do drawing and painting, and textile is also a really big thing for you. So what sort of textile things do you do?
So at the moment, with my fascinators, it's currently cross-stitching, but I do beading sometimes. It's been cross-stitched portraits of late. I'm working on a kimono.
Wow.
I'm not really
is
a big
not
sewer.
Silk? Kimono is silk.
Not what
not
I'm
your
doing
one.
it on, because
Okay.
I'm still learning how to do it and the pattern that I follow.
So you're making the whole
kimono.
thing yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, I would never have the patience to do that.
I haven't. The pattern was terrible.
Oh.
So I'm basically working on a calico kimono, and then I'm embroidering onto it and putting panels on it
Okay.
when I get
Don't
round
look
to
at-
finishing.
Are you looking at the camera all the
A
time?
bit of both.
That's okay. No one's done that before. Maybe it'll add a
Very
new
camera
dimension.
aware, I think this is.
And that's okay. If you keep looking at the audience, it might
Yeah.
give a whole different flavour to
So
the.
yeah, so I'm sort of working that in small stages. I sometimes with the textile stuff, I really have to be very focused
Yeah.
because it's.
Do you do it at home or do you do it on the bus?
I
or-
do it at home because it's really fiddly, and I have to have with the fascinators when it's the cross stitch. I have like several sheets of A4 pieces that break down every colour that I use on like a grid, so it shows you what colours and what. There's like a code on the
It
on
looks
the
really.
cross stitching bit.
It's not my. That would not be. It's like it's
quite
stitching
an
by
eye
numbers.
headache. Yeah, it's
much
it's
harder
very
than-
abstract when you see it happening at the time. I mean,
Yeah.
there are more.
And then you have to draw out. Oh no, the cross stitches. You already get the grid.
So
like
I
with
get the
holes.
grid because that gets digitized via. There's a couple of online sites that you
So
can
underneath
find.
your sewing, is there a picture with
No.
colours? No.
No,
It's just a grid.
So there's a piece of paper with a grid on it, which is like
The
say
template.
yeah, it's part of the template for one part
And
of
what do you
the
actually
portrait.
stitch onto?
I stitch onto normal cross stitch fabric,
Which has
which
little
isn't
holes.
marked out. Yeah, it's got the normal
But
cross
no
stitching
markings
holes.
at all.
No markings.
And do you put any markings in?
Only just to work out where it's centered for the whole thing, because otherwise you can.
And then you just have to keep counting. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
I'm not the best with
Wow.
that. So you go in little sections. So the portrait that you've got will be broken down into like 6 pieces or 4 pages of A4, and it will look very abstract because it's just like a grid with lots and lots of different symbols that
Yeah.
look bizarre when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
But it gives you all the color codes.
Cool. And I do see you posting your incredible outfits every day on Facebook. Tell me about that.
So some of the time I do exciting outfits, some of the time I really don't. Some
They
of the time I
almost
do.
always look exciting to me.
Yeah,
I really
don't.
admire
Sometimes
your
there's a bit of a
fabulous
delay. It depends what mood I'm in. Some of the time it's just
Does it
helps.
reflect your mood then?
No, not always. Sometimes it's a good disguise for having a bad day. Sometimes it's easier to just get past the day when it's like if I'm at work to dress up a lot.
You know what's funny is that when I'm not having such a great day, I push my outfit further. So I'm like, right, I feel a bit crummy and a bit grey. Like inside I feel grey. Therefore I'm going to wear my sparkliest head dress and have loads of makeup. And it's so funny that when I'm okay, I wear no makeup and quite simple. So I recently filled in a survey and said I was gender fluid. I've been working it out, but I have some days where I feel like I have no gender, so I just have like a shirt, no makeup, and I definitely do not feel like a woman on those days. I just feel like a human. And those are the days when actually I feel happy and content. I mean, it doesn't mean that every time I dress up is when I'm feeling like crap, but I do notice that I balance it. It's like, this is my mood and this is my outfit, and somehow it brings me up a little bit.
Yeah. So some of the time I'm like that. Some of it's because I'm in a job where it's very visual. So I work in a shoe place that is a bit crazy and a bit more out there than most places. So
Are we allowed to say?
Well, I can say it's fine.
So
It's
you work at Irregular Choice,
yeah.
which is the shoes always look amazing, but the heels are too high for me.
And the shop is it's covered in glitter basically. We have like a giant
Look at me,
unicorn.
not-
Sorry, I'm so used to doing that bit. So
It's okay.
there's like giant unicorn and stuff, and we do get the public looking at you quite a lot, whether you're dressed down or not.
So it suits, your outfit does suit the place.
It
your
suits
outfits.
the place, but you do get very conscious that people do take sneaky photos of you, which if I'm not in the right mood, it's not the best thing, even if I'm really dressed up.
Yeah.
It's like
Although you can You can kind of, like, I know I told you my son gets pictures sometimes.
Yeah. It's just because you don't know where they're going to end up. I found random photos of me by strangers on Instagram.
Although if
where
this
I'm
is,
like half eyes closed and like.
But it's a tricky one because I know that you really want to get known more for your art.
Yeah.
So you've got a blog and you're trying to, you know, get known on Instagram and
I'm
everything
doing
like that.
more bits,
so you do
more
want to get
projects.
known.
I want to get known, but
And
not
the side
by
effects
some
might
shoes.
be. Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Is it the shoe thing?
It's the shoe thing. It's just, I think it's just because people think that you're an ornament, even if you're dressed up in the
you're
store.
One of the shoes.
Pretty much, like you're
shoes.
part of the scenery. Yeah, sometimes.
But at the same time, if people
that may
spot
happen,
you and they're like, "Oh, there's that really cool artist." You know, I know that Grayson Perry is a one of your idols. Would you say?
Yeah.
You know, and he gets, and one of mine too, and then he gets noticed
inundated,
everywhere.
Yeah, you can spot him. He's gone past.
So in some way, you are your brand.
Yeah.
Or the brand is you.
Sometimes I wear my own stuff. I did do a David Bowie. I did a postcard for RCA Secret that I turned into a t-shirt, and I do wear that sometimes.
Yeah.
So like,
no, I don't mean that what you wear is your brand. I mean how you dress and how you look, so that if you went to a private view where a lot of the time they all wear black, you'd just get spotted. You know, like, oh, there's that really cool artist who I've noticed before. So the idea that you were saying that you don't want people to take pictures, but at the same time, if you get more known,
it could happen.
That's actually something that is in your favour, but it's the environment that you're not.
I'm not going to lie. I do. I'm okay when people ask me. It's when people do it like without.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And you can see a camera lining up, and then you go, no.
Yeah.
Not really.
Do you feel like there's a link, you don't have to speak from any kind of personal capacity, between mental health and creativity?
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
In what way do you think? Because I feel like some people who have issues with mental health, they can't create, like they just have a sort of mental block or something, or it can go the other way, or they need to create to feel more mentally stable. Yeah. Or and sometimes that the creativity goes crazy because that is what they kind of need, you know. And I feel like sometimes I don't feel like creating at all, and actually, so when I'm doing my belly button art, that immediately I can feel the difference in my mood and how I'm feeling. So if you're having a stressful day, do you find that, you know, working on a fascinator, does that help?
Some of the time, yeah.
Or does it add to your stress with the coding? It
depends. So it depends. When it's a deadline project, I'm not the best at like, I do get blank page syndrome. I don't get on with blank pages. So when I did that sketchbook project, I purposely started to mark all the pages with stuff initially.
Okay, just to make a start.
I didn't know what I was going to put on them.
And there was a deadline for that?
February the 1st.
And you did it?
Just, and it had to get to the States as well, so that was really scary.
Was it a bit last minute finishing?
Yeah, because I got it in probably November or December last year.
That's great.
But I didn't actually start it till maybe a month or so before that deadline.
So tell me a bit about your influences, because I know you've got quite a few, and I think we share quite a few.
Yeah, I do have quite a lot. So I'd like Grayson Perry. I like some of the old school YBA ones, but I don't agree with how some of them work anymore. Yo-Yo Kusama, because I kind of got into a few artists via Peter Gabriel's music as well.
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
I kind of knew about quite a lot of artists via him. So I knew about Yo-Yo Kusama via his videos, because he used her for some of his videos and his artwork for one of his albums. But I've got into quite a lot since, and I'm very excited by the fact that she's supposed to be exhibiting this year, because I missed out about 2 years ago because I was ill.
Yeah. So also Eddie Izzard?
Yeah, Eddie is our big influence.
And
Monty Python as well, massive influence.
And also not Flight of the Conchords, the other one. I always mix them up.
Mighty Boosh. Mighty Boosh and I grew up on with the Monty Python stuff. I grew up on Terry Gilliam's animation,
Yeah.
so I really like his
Do you
kind
still
of
do
stuff.
any animation stuff? Because
No.
that's what we
I still have my Super 8 camera, but it's a costly thing to run.
Can you still
It's
get it
like-
developed?
Yeah, you can. It's like
Is it still Switzerland?
I don't know. I just know it's very expensive,
Yeah.
but I don't want to part with that camera because that was my uncle's. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a big influence on me as well, like my late guardian,
Yeah.
because he encouraged me to do art, and he could make random stuff, which I sometimes try and do. I don't always do it successfully, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of am a bit Heath Robinson with some of my stuff.
But it's
that's
great
like
that you
all.
had someone who really encouraged you, because I think a lot of people, they're good at art and they want to be an artist, but in their family environment they're like, that's not a sensible thing to do. But you have managed to sort of maintain your creativity and slowly grow your skills and your the things that you make. And so what's next?
So I'm probably going to do a ready-made project. So that involves me using like a ready-made item, so books and other pieces. So sometimes I use like a Ladybird book as a base. So I did one of those a while ago, and it was David Attenborough on being held up by an elephant, and that got second place with Dylan Moran tall competition quite a while, not a while
And that's in
ago.
your blog, you said,
It should be in my blog, yeah.
so we can put a link.
Yeah, I can
down
always
below.
find a picture of it.
Cool. Oh, I can't wait to see what you're gonna make. Thanks so much for speaking to me.
That's okay, thank you.